Hello and welcome to Sports Hub. Thank you so much for joining us. It's yet another great evening. We have great guests that are coming through on the show. So it's Sports Hub, and on this show we bring to you high-profile sports personalities to feature. We've featured a couple of them before: Collins Imbesuma, Madali Somtia, Esther Piri, and just name them. So today I'm featuring two goalkeepers, one male, one female. One has played for the under-20 women's national football team, and another one has been called to the local side, the local Zambia national football team. So make sure you stay with us because I'll be introducing them shortly. We have a number of segments on this show. One of them is how much do you know about your sportsmen and women, and another one is what is trending in sports. And this evening, again, I have Esther Mwale, and she's riding solo. Esther, welcome back.
Thank you, Modin. I mean, it's exciting to be back again after coming from an exciting weekend. Yeah, so it's good to be back.
Yeah, you're handling it very well. It looks like you've been briefed already by the guests that I'm having because they are goalkeepers. And
yes, that's where I'm actually getting my inspiration from. They're my role models.
Nice one, nice one. So what's trending?
Well, we have so much that is trending in as far as local and international sports is concerned, Modern. And yeah, first things first, over the weekend we had, for the first time in women's football, soccer fans turning out in numbers supporting the ladies, filling up the Hulen Stadium in Lusaka. This was on Sunday when the Goalkeeper Queens of Zambia played host Modern to Tanzania in an international friendly. I mean, the ladies are preparing for an international friendly, and as a send-off match organized by the Football Association of Zambia, fans had to come out in numbers to say goodbye. So as you can see there, the Goalkeeper Queens were celebrating the goal that was courtesy of Comfort Telemani. So yeah, I mean, it was a super sub. Nobody really saw that one coming, because everybody's eyes were on Barbara Bender and Rachel Kundananji, but unfortunately, the ladies did not have, an opportunity to score. But then after that, you can see the fans out there turned out in huge numbers.
And I've never seen such crowds at any given point to come and watch the Goalkeeper Queens. It's for the first time.
Yeah, for the first time in women's, Zambians women's football, that they had to fill up the Hulen Stadium. I mean, this is a 10,000-seater stadium, and look, it was full to capacity actually, and there are some reports reaching me to say other fans don't even have the opportunity to enter inside
actually,
the
they were
stadium.
complaining at
they were outside.
Whichever fans, Nishimlete Rama Bora, Kuno Kudlands. During the APSA Cup, we were outside, and again we are outside. And this is encouraging for women's football, because previously, when there's a game, even when it's for free, they were failing to fill up Nkoloma Stadium.
But look at what's happening, and this is something that is telling you to say that these ladies surely do have something that will make us proud one day. So this was a send-off match, and after that they had to say goodbyes and just appreciating the fans that showed up in numbers at the Hulen Stadium in Lusaka. So this was a way to say, in fact, what a way of the fans to say goodbye to the ladies. Yeah, so moving on away from this, Modern, I mean, apart from this, the World Cup, the Women's World Cup, we have another one, the match decider. It will be going down at, Levi Monoso Stadium in Ndola when Zambia plays host to the Elephants of Ivory Coast. And I can tell you to say, a defender that a lot of people were aiming to see after so many calls to the national team. Finally, Stopila Nsunzu has made it in the country. How are you feeling?
Wow, incredible, incredible. It's been long. I think the last time Stopila Nsunzu played for the national team was when Zambia lost to Algeria by 5-1.
Yeah.
That was his last game.
That was his last game. And finally, after so many calls to the national team, today he has finally landed. So this is a photo that was taken just a few hours ago of his, landing in the country. So all the very best to the Chipolo Polo boys, and yeah, we cannot wait to see what will happen on that particular day. And of course, away from that, just taking you to what's happening as far as the CAF Champions League and CAF Confederations League is concerned, Morden. So there was this controversy that was going around on social media saying that CAF had informed all the members association that all the clubs that will play in the 2023-2024 CAF Champions League and CAF Confederations League will have to provide a women's team. And everybody looked at the two teams that qualified for the CAF Champions League and CAF Confederations League, which is Power Dynamos and FC Muza. Everybody got worried to say, Tatwa munapo ba Power na Kashwaretia. Neither did we see ba Muza na Kashwaretia, but to my surprise, I just saw FC Muza posting photos of FC Muza Queens winning the Mazabuka championship. I was so surprised.
No, actually, yes, FC Muza have a women's team and they're doing very well.
As you can see,
yeah, they play in Southern Province League.
Yes. So, as you can see, after, you know, obviously game week, because so yeah, this tells you to say the ladies, you know, put in so much, and yeah, just like FC Muza men's football club were crowned, were able to earn themselves a spot at the CAF Confederations League. They also tried by all means possible to just walk away with the title in the Mazabukan League, and yeah, look at this. This is wonderful, actually, seeing them. So, Wakaf, I don't know. I think they should try again on the next day to try and
we
stop
are waiting
FC.
for power. We are waiting for power
to
try
form a
women's
stop
team.
FC Muza from actually getting to play the CAF Champions League. So yeah, and apart from this, Morden, a lot happened. We had the MTN Super League Awards, and still talking about FC Muza. I don't know. FC Muza is a name that will forever be in our mouth, for as long as, you know, they are still there. So Andrew Piri was currently in camp with the Chipolopolo boys of Zambia, preparing for the game against Ivory Coast. Walked away as the Young Footballer of the Year at the MTN Super League Awards. I mean, what else can we say about FC Muza? Apart from that, we had also Andy Boyeli, who walked away as the Footballer of the Year award. I mean, Andy Boyeli, I just have to give him a round of applause.
2 awards?
Yes, because he had filled in the space that Kennedy Musonda had left at Power Dynamos. When Kennedy Musonda departed from Power Dynamos, people were worried to say, but the folk win, and then, you know, our main guy just gets to leave us. But look, out of nowhere, Andy Boyeli had just from nowhere been unleashed. Oh, yeah. And apart from that as well, we had the top scorer, who was yet again Andy Boyeli.
Hardworker.
I don't know what they were trying to do by using a different picture here, but hey,
one and the same, 2 awards.
Yeah, 2 awards. So yeah, and of course, Mwenyache people walking away as the coach of the year. I mean, he deserves it. He has been with Power Dynamos. They are winning they won the league for the first time in 12 years. So yeah, it is not easy, and a big congratulations to the team, to the coach, and is currently, been given an assignment, a Kosafa Cup assignment, alongside Masao Tembo of Green Buffaloes and Numba Mamba of Cow Warriors. So yeah, wishing them all the very best, and hopefully they won't disappoint the association for, you know, entrusting them with those powers. And of course, just closing in. Over the weekend, people said this, Man City will never be crowned champions, Well, I think this time around it was a different perspective, because Manchester City and the Pep Guardiola Morden were crowned champions of the UEFA's Champions League.
Right, yeah, they've done very well, you know, winning a treble and equaling the record of the other side of Manchester, Manchester United. So they are the same now, despite Manchester United winning more trophies.
They have to win the league like 3 times. That's when we're going to be able to give them respect. But hey, you just have to respect this team. You just have to respect this team. I mean, they have done so much.
Yeah.
And yeah, Pep Guardiola now has nothing left to prove. I mean, he has won the Champions League 3 times, twice with Barcelona, and of course the 3rd time with Manchester City. So yeah, he is indeed the best coach in the world, but he's not the special one like Jose Mourinho has won everything.
No, I think he's going there. I think these are the same. Now the most happening is Pep Guardiola.
Yeah. Anyway, Modern, this is what I had for you today in as far as what is trending.
Thank you very much, Esther, riding solo there. She's given us what is trending in sports. Thank you so much. So we move on from that segment to another segment we call How Much Do You Know About Zambian Sportsmen and Women? So let's recap on the photo we asked you last week. Yes, that's the photo. And we have one response from Kasama, and the message says, the answer to that question, the 2 men in the photo are Moses Simuala, former Zambian national football player, and the white man is a former Zambian coach, Ant Buselic. My full name is Benjamin Chibale, Kasama, Northern Province. Right, thank you very much, Mr. Benjamin Chibale, for the attempt. Thank you very much for trying. Unfortunately, you got it wrong. The correct answer to that photo question is, so on the left is Freddie Muira. He has coached the Zambia national football team before. Remember, he was at some point in Botswana when the national football team died in 1993. He was recalled from Botswana to come and help reconstitute a new national team. So that's Freddie Muira. And on the right is Rod Paulsen. He's also coached the Zambia national football team. In fact, he started with Freddie Muira. Then later on, left. Then Ian Porterfield took the team to the Africa Cup of Nations in 1994, where Zambia finished 2nd to Nigeria, lost by 2-1. Then in 1996, Rod Paulsen bounced back, coached the national team, and finished 3rd in South Africa at that Africa Cup tournament. So those are the 2 sportsmen and women we showed last week. But we have another one for you for today. We want to test your knowledge on sportsmen and women. Who are those 2? Who are those 2? Can you identify them? You have to start texting just now. The number is 0955 202904. That's on WhatsApp, 0955 202904. Then for direct calls, you can call us just now, 0211 25 30 25 or 0211 25 08 43. Or you can go to Facebook, send us a message on Modern Sinkala Sports or Sports Hub Facebook page. We really appreciate who are those 2 sportsmen and women. Obviously, one is a player and another one is a coach. So we'll be waiting to hear from you. All right, let's move on now to the results segment. And we are going to start with the Zambia Rugby Union League Week 10 results. On Saturday in the National League, it was KPF 23, Diggers 13, Mufulira Leopards 12, Green Buffaloes 9. The game between Lusaka and Red Arrows, which was going to be a Lusaka derby and a mouth-watering fixture, did not take place because a Lusaka pitch was hired. Then Green Eagles were on bye. In the President's League, it was in Changa 21, Ndola 0. This was a walkover result. Ron 25, Chivuluma 13, Konkola 6, Nkwazi 17. In the Women's League, it was Mufulira Leopards 0, Green Buffaloes 21. Then Diggers 21, Konkola stroke Nchanga 0. So these have combined. Konkola and Nchanga have combined. Then in the Midlands Netball Association Mina Premier League, Week 9 games played at ZNS McCain Netball Court in Lusaka. On Saturday, it was Unza 10, Napsa 68, Nkwazi 63, Mazavuka United 22, Kalingalinga United 33, Prison Leopards 60, Lusaka City Council 31, Green Buffaloes 47, Green Eagles 39, Red Arrows 38. This one was a very tight game. Then there was one rescheduled game involving Green Buffaloes and Mazabuka United, but this one was a walkover result. So it was Green Buffaloes 40, and Mazabuka United 0. In the men's league, week 4 games, Unza 29, Mazabuka United 31. Then the game between Nkwazi and ZNS Makeni, the host, was abandoned due to poor visibility because it was late by the time it was being played. This is a call to improve on infrastructure so that even at night, games can be played without any interruption. So that's in the MENA League, which is Midlands, Lusaka, Kabwe, and a bit of Mazabuka, though Mazabuka is supposed to be Southern Province. Then in the Copper Belt Netball Association Corner Premier League, week 2 games played at Chiwempala grounds in Chingola. So it was Chiwenzi 17, Kitwe Rifles 26, Kopala Queens 0, Kansanshi 40. This was a walkover result because Kopala Queens failed to travel. Then in Ndola Stars 0, Community Queens 40. This game was also a walkover result because Ndola Stars failed to travel. We are told they were playing a tournament organized by the MP in the area. So that's netball. From netball, we go to basketball. In the Midlands Basketball Association MBA League, week 2 results played on the 10th and 11th of June 2023. In the Super League, it was Hawks 45, Matero Magic 81, LCC Looters 56, Napsa Hurricanes 79, Munali Suns 81, Bulldogs 55, Red Arrows 68, Green Buffaloes 71, Matero Warriors 74, Huskies 64, Heroes Play United 64, Unza Pesa 68. In the Feminine League, it was Dolphins 69, Unza Hanis 23. This was a shocking result. I wonder what happened to Unza Hanis. Green Buffalo 60, Magic Sparks 34, Mystics 21, Hotspurs 68, Lusaka Basket Queens 64, Napsa Breeze 35. From basketball, we go to football now. 2 international friendlies being played for women and for men. So for women, it was played yesterday. For men, it was being played today. As I was coming to the studio, the game was being played. So we'll start with the women's game. Zambia beat Tanzania by a goal to nil. A goal coming from Comfort Selemani, the elite ladies player. It was a thunderbolt from the right, and she scored in the second half. Then for men, it is a humiliating defeat, 3-0 at the hands of Kuwait. So Kuwait 3, Zambia 0. From international friendlies, we go to the CAF Champions League. Wydad Casablanca were playing Al Ahly. In the second game, it was Wydad Casablanca 1, Al Ahly 1, but Al Ahly won 3-2 on aggregate. So Al Ahly of Egypt are the champions of the CAF Champions League. Then we go to the UEFA Champions League final. It was between Manchester City and Inter Milan. Manchester City beat Inter Milan by a goal to nil. And now they've won a treble. They've won the UEFA Champions League. They've won the FA Cup. They've also won the English Premier League. What a team this season. And also kudos go to the coach Pep Guardiola and also Erling Haaland, who's been so instrumental this season. Right, from the results, we now have to break off for a musical break, and we'll dance to a song done by 1J, and this one is titled Tulalira Bola, because this weekend, the Chipolo Polo are taking on Ivory Coast in the AFCON qualifier match, and Zambia only needs a draw. Like Esther was saying earlier on, Sunzu has arrived, so much excitement ahead of this weekend.
I'm back on this one with Mastermind from Malawi, and yes, Zambia, Zambia, mama 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 Zambia morale,
Shana na kustelele ale Zambia yose na kukunkelele ichikombe chesu na tusendelele chato konka mumezo tusundelele abana balala abana balala abana balala abana balala
akabola Zambia akabola Zambia mama gologolo zima players atundi madolodolo zigolitika wapa mafolofolo kani ya mpila tilibe malile tikubwisa mpaka wina pakile tichita bwino lendo mudalile timu Zambia wona meno chitile. Kapisha chiwe mpala bagai file chitika Sokone market Intercity bagai Soweto market Kapata market Eastern province Lilongwe people from Malawi, how are you doing there? Andrew Kamanga, the president of FAZ. Chile Shekandeta, the civil servant. Father Muyaure Bamukimba Bamukupa, Mr. Chubres from Kitwe, Uncle Jembewe, DJ Dazo, Red MC, Manny Chiru, and all the DJs across the nation. Let's cheer the team. Here we are, Zambia back.
A lot of football being played, yeah, despite us losing this evening by 3-0 to Kuwait. But anyway, it's good. It's a preparation. They're preparing for COSAFA. So it's good to make mistakes, but in the beginning, but don't make mistakes at the tournament. I'm told we have a caller. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Your name and where you're calling us from? Hello, your name and where you're calling us from?
Kaunda Chama from Kitwe.
Kaunda Chama from Kitwe. Great, great, great. Great to have you. So tell us, do you want to contribute or you want to answer the question that we posed earlier on?
It should be Jan Bro and the Modern Maritori.
Jan Bro and Modern Maritori. Are you sure?
Very sure.
Okay, tell us what you remember about these two, if at all you are right.
One I remember Modern putting on 1994 Africa Cup. Then Jan Bro, I don't know much about him, but I can remember it's Jan Bro.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. So you have to remain watching the program. We'll reveal the answer at the end of the show. Let's hear from others. Who is that player and who is that coach? So thank you very much for calling. All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, okay, great, great. So that's the segment we call How Much Do You Know About Sportsmen and Women? Okay, time for me to welcome my guests in the studio. So like I said, they are goalkeepers. They are the ones who make sure that there is no goal which passes behind them. So I have under 20 national women's team goalkeeper Loveness Tonge. She started from a humble beginning and now she's playing for Prison Leopards, Queens football team, and also under 20. So let's welcome Loveness Tonge. It's good to have you.
Thank you.
All right, so Loveness Tonge, she's only 19 years of age and she joins us on Sports Hub. So you can take your seat as I welcome also Jeff Lungu. Jeff Lungu is the first choice goalkeeper for Prison Leopards. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you, sir?
Okay, great. All right, so Jeff, I'm happy to have you. So first of all, would want to hear from you guys your background. I remember meeting Loveness Tonge at some point. I had gone to cover a community tournament in Mutondo. Is it Mutondo?
Katondo.
Katondo of Kavwe, and there was Loveness Tonge, saved a number of penalties. I was saying, this goalkeeper, she's really amazing. And I even remember having an interview with her. But tell us who Loveness Tonge is, when were you born, and in which area did you grow up from, and how was your upbringing like?
Okay, my name is Tonge Loveness.
I was born in 2003 in Chisamba. That's where my parents are.
Okay.
Yes.
Great, great, great. And so how was your growing like in Chisamba?
Not bad. I didn't grow up like in Chisamba, as in I was in Lusaka by then, yes, in Chelston. That's why I did my grade 1 to grade 6. Then my dad was transferred to Chisamba, back again in Chisamba. That was in 2010. So I only had my grade, I was in grade 7 to grade 9. Then I could go to Kawe. Yes, that's when I had seen that there's sports and sports pays. And a lot, I've learned a lot actually from Kawe.
Great, great.
Yes.
Let's also hear from Jeff Lungu. Tell us about yourself.
I was born in Ndola, 1997. Then we moved to Lusaka. That's where I grew up from. And then later on moved to Mongo, Zesco Shockers, then Carlington in Kabwe now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. How many are you in the family?
We are 5, and I'm the 3rd born.
And you're the only footballer in the family?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But my dad was a footballer.
Ah.
Yes, Moses Lungu used to play for Nchanga Rangers, also Railway Express and Kalush Modern Stars.
Great. What about you, Loveness? How many are you? And are you the only footballer in the family?
We are 10 and 3 footballers or goalkeepers. My younger brother plays for Super Lions, and my older brother is now working, though he stopped sports because of work. And my dad is also a footballer.
Okay, I'll get back to you. We have another caller. Hello and welcome to Sports Hub.
Yes, how are you?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
Yes, this is Mr. Tsenga from Undora.
Okay, Mr. Tchatchoa, kindly help us to reduce, or let me say just reduce the volume on your TV set completely so that we can converse nicely.
Okay, I've just moved away from the TV.
Okay, great. Okay, so do you want to contribute on the show or you want to answer the question that we posed earlier on?
Yeah, I just wanted to answer the question that you posed.
Okay, great. Let's hear your try. Who are those?
Yes, that is Modern Maritori and Bukadzis.
Modern Maritori and Bukadzis. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm very much sure.
Okay, the previous caller said Modern Maritori and Jan Brouwer. So you are going for Modern Maritori and Bukadzis.
Yes.
Okay, are you very, very, very sure?
Very much sure. I'm a football fanalist. I always follow football. Yes.
Okay. So tell us what you remember about those two.
I remember Bukadzis when they were in Ghana. They went at the beach. Yes, and Modern Mariton when he had that injury and he was put on the headband.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chisenga from Ndola. Looks like Copper Belt is leading up right now. We had the caller from Kitwe and now Ndola. Well, where are the other provinces? Thank you very much for coming through.
Sure.
All right, so Mr. Chisenga from Ndola. I want to ask Jeff and Loveness, because you were not there when those were. You can't even know who they are. I'm sure maybe you just heard of the history. Yeah. All right, so the number is displayed on the screen. You can get in touch with us. All right, so I was on you. Yes. Okay, before I get back to you, we have another caller. Hello, welcome to Sports Hub.
Hey, third point, boss.
All right, your name and where you're calling us from?
It's Eric Masaka calling from Garden Side 3.
Piri from Garden?
Yes, Eric.
Okay, Piri Eric from, okay, great to have someone representing Lusaka. You want to try out?
Yes, I think that one should be posted. That one should be posted and the Modern Maritori.
Modern Maritori and who?
Posten.
Oh, Posen, Road Posen.
Yes.
This is very interesting. And that should be Eric Masaka, right?
Yes, Eric Masaka, Wimba.
Eric Wimba Masaka, good to hear from you.
Yeah.
Wow, so the first one said Modern Maritori and Jan Brouwer. The second one, Sachisenga from Ndola says Modern Maritori and Bukat Ziza. And now Eric says Modern Maritori and Rod Posen. Wow, this is getting interesting. Give us more calls. We want to know who is correct, who is right. All right. Thank you very much for coming through, Eric. All right. So, Loveness, I was on you. Yeah, you were saying you are 10 in the family.
Yes.
Oh, that's
and
incredible.
I'm the number 5.
Number 5, just in the middle.
Yes.
Okay. So, who inspired you to start playing football?
Actually, at first, I didn't even have any interest in football. But I just joined the school team. By then, the first person I watched, it was a tournament, I guess. That was in 2017 or so. Hazel Nali, I watched her in goal. But I didn't really had that interest to watch football, maybe play. I only joined a school team, but then I don't know how it all started, actually. Who knows?
Okay. So which one was your first team was first a school team?
Yes.
Okay. And you were playing as a goalkeeper?
I was playing inside.
Okay.
Though my footwork was not very good and I had speed because I was an athlete. So that's how my coach, the Coach Mwanga from Kawe Celtic, said, no, let us try you as a goalkeeper since you're a net baller. So I tried, and that is how I found myself in goal at Katondo.
Okay.
Yes.
So that tournament I covered was your first organized tournament?
Yes, it was the first one.
And you did very well, and I'm sure you got inspiration from there.
Yes, I actually noticed that I was a goalkeeper by then. During the same tournament we had.
Right. And from there, how did you progress?
After that, I was called to go and help Kawe Institute of Technology in Livingstone, and also we won a cup through the same penalties. I saved penalties that side. Yes, and after that, Queen's Academy called. Though I was not training that side, we were just playing as in normally. I didn't have any training from there. That's how I joined Prison Leopard Queens. After the championship we had, we played against Green Buffaloes women in Lusaka. Then we were second, the runners-up. Yes.
And again, there you impressed the coaches.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get back to you. Hello, welcome to Sports Hub.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Kelvin Mutere, calling you from Lusaka, Mino Dundeke.
Kelvin Mutale. Any relationship with the late Kelvin Mutale?
No, we just share the same name. No relationship.
It's just a name. All right, all right. Yeah. Do you also want to try out?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let's hear your thoughts.
Okay, so that's Modern Maritori with Bukat Ziza.
Modern Maritori and Bukat Ziza.
Bukat Ziza, yeah.
Are you very sure?
Yes, I'm very sure.
Okay.
I think that should be 1998 or 97.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you remember about the two?
I think Bukat Ziza took over from Posen, if I'm not mistaken, after the 1996 AFCON. And that's the man that took national team to the Africa Cup. It should be in Burkina Faso, if I'm not mistaken, where Zambia was booted out in the group stage.
Okay. Okay, wow. Good to hear from you. And Lusaka is being represented. A second caller from Lusaka. Thank you very much for coming through. Okay, so be able to give the answer at the end of the day, at the end of the show, before we end the show actually. All right, so yeah, I was saying when you went to Prison Leopards, you impressed, which coaches did you find there, and you impressed immediately?
Coach Moses Simpamba had a friendly game against Prisons when I was at Queens. I was in goal for Queens Academy. That's how Coach Moses Simpamba followed me up and said, you should join my team. Who knows, you might be granted a job later on.
Nice. Okay, let's hear from another caller. Your name and where you're calling us from?
I'm calling from Namala, Bonaventure Kawera.
Your name again, you sound a bit faint.
From Namala.
Yeah, are you able to speak up?
Bonaventure Kawera.
Oh, Kabuela. From where?
From Kamala.
From Kamwala.
Namwala, Southern Province.
Namwala, Southern. Oh, so Southern Province represented. Okay. You also want to try out?
Not trying, but to answer.
Okay. Okay. Let's see how much you know Zambian sportsmen and women. Who are those?
It's Modern Maritori and Bukadziz.
Modern Maritori and?
Bukadziz.
And Bukadziza. Okay.
Yes.
What do you remember about them?
I remember Bukadziz taking Savishawaria, the captain, the national team.
Yes.
And after a game, it was a game even past the time.
All right. No, thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you so much.
All right, so already we have Copper Belt 2, Lusaka 2, Southern Province also 1. Let's see who will be the next one and which area. Hello, do we have another caller? Hello, do we have another caller?
Hello.
Hello, your name and where you're calling us from?
Yeah, my name is Major. I'm calling from Lungu.
Ah, Northern Province, Lungu.
Yeah, Lungu, Northern Province, Lungu. Once I Tumparwa Mocha.
Interesting. Okay, you also want to try out?
Yes, I'm Munyanga Major from Northern. Yes, I want to give it a try. Yes.
Who are those?
Yes. Mariton and Bukadziz.
Modern Mariton and Bukadziza. Okay, anything you remember about the two?
I only remember Bukadziz taking our team to the beach and we lost badly. We were even eliminated the first round.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much for coming through.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, so Northern Province also represented from Lungu. At Lungu Lwansa Sewa Tumpa Ruamocha. Interesting one. Okay, let me get to Jeff. Jeff, tell us how you started football and who inspired you.
I started football with Lusaka Youth Soccer Academy here in Lusaka, under 10, under 12. But the one who inspired me is my dad to play football. Yeah, because of what he achieved the time he was playing football.
Okay. Yeah. So did you start off as a goalkeeper?
I started off as an infield player. Actually, I was playing number 2, right back. Then we had an injury, so I volunteered to be in goal. And after the game, I had a good game. So after the game, I just thought to say, I'm a goalkeeper because of what I did. Yeah.
Great. So tell us your journey. So from Lusaka Youth, where did you go?
From Lusaka Youth, I went to a team in Mongo called Zesco Shockers. That was in 2015. I just from under to Division 1, Zesco Shockers. My journey, that's where it started. I started playing there. I played for 5 years. But the second year for playing for Zesco Shockers in 2016, I was called for the national team, and it was so motivating that I had to put in a lot so that I progressed in my career.
So you were called to the national team while you were with Zesco Shockers?
Yes. In 2017, the AFCON preparation, which we hosted in 2017, the under-20s.
Oh, for the under-20 national.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was the experience there?
It wasn't good because I was still young.
And that's you there in the national colors?
Yes. No, this one was in 2018 for Coach Mitchell when he selected the provincial team for Western, also for Copper Belt. Yes, that one. That's the picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this was the second time we were being called to the national team. Yes. So you are saying the first time the experience was not good?
It wasn't good because I was a bit young. But
nervous.
Yes, I was too nervous to handle the situation at training. But I thank God I managed to do what I did, and everyone was like, he's going to improve. Yeah.
Okay. So then, I'm sure your first competition, you were competing against Mangani Piri.
Mangani Banda,
sorry.
Mangani Banda, Daniel Skanika, also Samson Banda. Yes.
It was stiff.
Yes, it was.
From there, how did you move?
From there, I went to Zambia. I went to Zambia. I played there for a year. Then I went back to Zesco Shockers. After I went back to Zesco Shockers, we won the league. After winning the league, the senior team Zesco United in Ndola, the Ndola, they called me to say I should go and try, the trials. So I went there. I managed to pass, and I was registered with Zesco United in Ndola. So after the National League started, after winning the competition, then the National League started, the first National League, the Eden University National League. I played against Prison Leopards when I was on loan, because I was loaned back to Zesco Shockers for game time. By then I found Jacob Banda, Ntiva Hezwa, also Samson Banda, and me. And Lamek Nyango, the one who went to Nakambala.
That was very competitive.
So they had to loan me back to Zesco Shockers for game time. And when I went back to Zesco Shockers, we played against Prison Leopards, and I had a good game. So just after the league finished, that's when they called me to say, you can come and try here. And I went, and everything went well.
Okay.
Yeah.
The time you joined Prison Leopards, did you find Kotua,
Charles Kalumba? Yes. My first season were me, Charles Kalumba, Langson Chisi, of course, my coach now, also Eugene Tchatchoa. He was the goalkeeper by then.
Oh, by then, yes.
So we were competing with my coach.
That was huge competition. Okay.
Yeah. So it was stiff. The competition was high. So I had to train until the previous season, the 2021-2022 campaign. That's when I started playing. Yes, until now I'm the one playing.
You are now the first choice.
The first choice.
How did you manage? What did you put in for you to be a very good goalkeeper to become first choice?
Of course, it's hard work. You need to work hard, and you need to find people who are inspiring you to do better. So it was all hard work all the way. I never rested until I got the position, and I'll never rest because I have the position. Yeah.
Wow. How can you describe the just ended season? I know Prison Leopards did not finish in a good position, but how was your season?
It was a good season for me. I had a good season personally. Also, the team were good. We had a good season because even if we didn't achieve what we wanted to achieve, but at least we tried as a team. Also for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good season.
We have another caller. Your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Lusaka.
Okay. Your name?
Zaranyika Simbi.
Your name again?
Zaranyika Simbi.
Sydney.
Yes, please.
Okay. You also want to try out?
Yeah, I just want to answer the question.
Yes. Who could that be? Who are those players? I mean, those two.
That's Modern Malitoli.
Yes.
Former Ankana Football Club.
Yes.
The coach in question is Buka Jesse, German.
Wow. Okay, what do you remember about the two?
It reminds me of the 1998 Africa Cup of Nations in Burkina Faso.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. And Maritol, you remember him as a Nkana player?
Yes, please.
Wow. Okay, thank you very much for coming through. Lusaka being represented, 3 callers so far. Thank you very much for coming through and attempting. It's getting more and more interesting. All right, let me get back to Loveness Tonge. How have you settled at Prison Leopards, Queens?
Quite not bad, at least since the time I joined Prison Leopards. I also met Coach Eugene Tchatchoa that side because I never trained as a goalkeeper before. So he started me, in fact, is my mentor since that day. because he started me. He knows my weakness. He knows where my errors are. But what I don't know is how I knew how to throw the ball very far with my hands. Who knows? It's God did. At the moment, like the ended season we had, it started on a bad note with me. I conceded a lot of goals in, should be 3 or 4 games. I was the one who started. I was 1 in goal. Then after that, I had to be put on bench because of the same goals I was conceding.
What happened? What was happening to you?
Not really sure what happened. It's just that my morale was a bit down, not knowing why. I lost concentration. Though I was working hard, but I don't know what was really happening. I felt bad though, being put on bench for quite some games I played. But I never gave up because I knew I can do even better. And I got back with the games I was given at the end of the league. I really played well and I had some clean sheets.
With the help of Eugene Tchatchoa?
With the help of Eugene Tchatchoa, my coach.
Oh, great. So you've contributed to Prison Leopards being demoted?
Yes, I've actually contributed.
That's so sad. That's so sad. And I know at some point you had lethal striker like Elizabeth Bwalia.
Yes.
Who at some point maybe also playing netball and she was on leave at some point.
Yes.
So the team was just going down and down and down.
Yes, we had quite a number of players who left the team. 2 at Yas and the other 3 joined Red Arrows. So we were lucky in that area because the league already was on when they left. So we had challenges with striking force, and yes, we tried as a team because we were trying to defend 1 or 2. We had clean sheets as in most of the games we had. Yes, but we'll pull back next season. We'll try our best.
All right, we'll be hoping for that. So now you'll be playing in the provincial. No, is it in National Division 1 League?
Sure.
All right. Tell us about the national team call-up. You are the under-20 goalkeeper.
Yes.
Okay, before you answer that, let's hear from another caller. Your name and where you're calling us from?
I'm calling you from Kafue Gorge. Yes.
Kafue Gorge. Your name?
Peri Chunsu.
Peri Chirufia?
Peri Chunsu.
Chunsu?
Yes.
Chunsu like Chunsu Chamshishi?
Hey.
Okay, nice one. You want to try out as well?
Yes, that one is modern Maritore. And Bukat Ziza, we were hammered 4-0 by Egypt.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So a lot of football brains here.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Chunsu, for coming through. Okay. All right. So before I forget, I might forget. So now we have to announce the answer to that question. Thank you very much to all of you who have called in. Yes, those 2 on the left is Modern Maritori. You remember the defender in 1994. You remember what he did. He sacrificed for Zambia. He had the head injury. He came back with a bandage wrapped around his head. And unfortunately, Zambia lost by 2-1, but he sacrificed for Mother Zambia. And there on the right, Bukat Ziza, he was not very successful with Zambia, led Zambia to the 1998 Africa Cup of Nations. Zambia was eliminated in the first round, lost by 4-0 to Egypt. Actually lost all the games and they won the last game against Mozambique by 3-1. Kalusha was part of that team. So that is Bukat Ziza. He'll always be remembered for that tournament. It was a disastrous outing for Zambia. So thank you very much, all of you who came through. So, all right. So we are still with the guests here. Yes, your experience with the national team and what did that mean to you?
I actually was praying for that since the one I started my goalkeeping. After seeing Hazel Nadi playing, and also I was watching her videos, the ones for national team. So I was motivated by her and inspired by her till now. I actually felt good, and it was something I least expected. By then I was in training. So it was double blessing for me, because being called for national team and in training, I actually felt good and I represented my service very well in my nation.
And you became the first choice goalkeeper immediately at the national team despite competition from other goalkeepers.
Yes, despite the competition and the footwork, my footwork was bad at the moment, and it being my first experience at national team, I least expected to be the first choice goalkeeper, but I had faith and I had hope. I actually pushed because there was Lungu Tumchahavedi that side, Aisha Gama, Blessings, and also Edna. Those people had experience and they've played for national team before, so I was actually nervous, and the only thing I had to put in is hard work, and the discipline, which is very cardinal.
Okay.
So,
all right. As we wind up, what is the biggest thing that you would want to achieve as Loveness Tonge?
My only dream in football is to play at least, if not for the big teams in Zambia, at least a pro would do.
All right. Okay. What about you, Jeff?
Wearing my national team jersey, representing the country, is my biggest dream.
All right.
Is what I'm working hard for.
We wish you all the best. For now, before we wind up, let's welcome the coach who's been instrumental to these two goalkeepers, and that's Eugene Tchatchoa, former Under-23 Cameroon national team player. Eugene, you can just come through so that people can know who this person, who this servant is. That's Eugene Tchatchoa. Yes, we were using him during the World Cup for analysis, so you can sit here. Just under 30 seconds, tell us how you've managed to groom these goalkeepers to become who they are now. Very quickly.
Yeah, like you say, my name is Eugene Tchatchoa. I hope many people know me because I'm here a long time ago, and I'm coaching here in Zambia. Zambia is my country now, so many people know me. About those two goalkeepers, this is my son and this is my daughter. All of them, not just them, even those who they remain home. Prison Leopard Queen goalkeepers and Prison Leopard main team goalkeepers. They are my brothers, they are my sister, they are my daughter, and what make me stick in those two guys is
you have 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's because they I see them the talent, and I say, okay, let me bring the experience, and they can do more. That is why I start teach them discipline and a high level concentration.
All right, Eugene, thank you very much. So Eugene is doing a great job. He's based in Kabwe Central Province, where he's the goalkeeper coach for Prison Leopards, and they formed an academy to train goalkeepers, and now I'm told even other players have started coming, infield players. So thank you very much for watching. Until next week when I come with another set of guests. My name is Modern Tapechera Sinkara. Goodbye.